These guys are ridiculous. These guys are ridiculous.
Now, how about them damn Celtics?
And we are back with another episode of How About Them Celtics. Sam and I are here recording on Thursday, May 11th. And Sam, I got to start it off with the best two words in sports. Celtics win. I had to bait you. Celtics
You ripped
won.
my tweet right from Twitter.
Did you tweet that?
That's my pinned tweet from a year ago.
Oh, okay. I thought you tweeted that tonight. I was gonna mess with you and see if you got mad.
I retweeted it tonight.
All right, I didn't see it. I had.
Well, here's the thing about that. It's okay for you to be excited about Game 7 because in order for them to advance this morning, they would have to play Game 7.
Mm-hmm.
If you were a Sixers fan and you were like celebrating a Game 7 like it's Christmas, there's something wrong with you, and I stand by that. Had the Celtics won Game 5 and it had to go to a Game 7,
you'd be mad.
Yeah, you should be mad.
I agree.
But we should. But before we get started, make sure you subscribe to the channel.
Woo!
And follow us on the socials at How About Them C's. We had a short come out the other day, me with the bag on the head. You'll get that. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Wasn't on Facebook, but it was here on YouTube. Subscribe, hit the little bell. We'll be here before every game, a half hour. Hopefully there's more games. Really hope there is.
Yes.
All right, back to the show.
Yes, the Celtics walked into Philadelphia, decided they weren't going to take over the game until the last 3 minutes, but then luckily for everybody, they did what I thought to be impossible, Sam. They won a clutch game. And I don't know, did Philly get it within the last 5 minutes? Will it count as a clutch game? I don't know. I would have to check. However,
pretty sure the Celtics were down. Yeah, I think it was.
Okay, well, regardless of if the stats prove it or not, which I think they do, but it was a clutch game.
Yeah,
and they won it. They won it, and everything in my gut thought they were losing that game. And
I was telling my dad they lost. I burned $50 on this game, trying to save myself.
Got to just in case.
Yeah, I'll be spending more money on Sunday. That's how it goes.
But the Celtics pulled one out, and they are going to a Game 7, bringing the series back to TD Garden. I'm happy. I was not looking forward to not being able to do these post-game pods anymore. I was very upset, but big game from a lot of different guys. Let's not bury the lead here. Jayson Tatum was absolutely atrocious for 80 to 90% of the game. Maybe his worst game of the season. And you give him credit. He was playing great defense. He was passing the ball well. He was rebounding. Like, he was doing everything else. But he literally couldn't have scored a basket if the rim was the size of the Pacific Ocean. Like, he just could not, like, nothing was falling for him. It was an absolute disaster of the game. I could already see the headlines. Jayson Tatum shoots away the Celtics season. Like, it was going to happen. And then gets down to the last 3 minutes of the game. The last 4 minutes, whatever you want to call it. And Jayson Tatum hits a three. Then he walks up the court. I turn to the people I'm watching the game with who aren't necessarily like big basketball guys. Like they follow a little bit, but they're not huge into it. He walks up the court. I turn to them. I say, Tatum's going to take a shot here. Takes another three. Hits it. Takes another shot. Hit. Like, everything starts falling. He entered the fourth quarter with, how many points did he have to start the fourth quarter? He scored 1 point. 3 points entering the fourth quarter. Outscored Philadelphia in the fourth quarter by himself again. And took home the win for the Celtics. Absolutely carried them in the final quarter. And now it's just a matter of, do you make the story his amazing finish? Do you make the story his absolutely horrendous start? After the win, I'm just glad they got it done, so I'll give him credit for finishing strong. After the game, he was talking to Cassidy Hubbarth, I think it was, on the court. She goes, how do you stay in that mindset? He goes, humbly, I'm one of the best basketball players in the world. You got to keep, you just got to keep going for it. And it's a lot of people memeing it on Twitter, but it's kind of true. Like, when you're that good, you just got to trust yourself. And on the one hand, really wish he wouldn't start 0 for whatever he was or shoot 5 for 21 in the game 6 with the season on the line. But at the end of the day, he trusted himself. He got the job done, and he did win the Celtics this game. So props, I guess, kind of. I don't even know what to say anymore.
I tweeted a lot of mean things.
Yeah, I know.
I tweeted a lot of mean things, and they were all deserved until they weren't.
Yeah.
Really, it's so funny that second three, I was like, you got to be. I said the same thing to my dad. I was like, oh my god, he's gonna shoot this.
Yep.
I was like, this guy's gonna do a heat check after making his first three since I was, 5.
And it was one of the worst kinds of threes too. It was the step back on
it was
Tyrese Maxey.
No. Oh my god, yes.
And
That's what it was.
To his credit, wasn't even like close to missing. It was good the whole way. Like I don't get it. I truly don't understand.
I can't believe that just happened. Like, I sat on the couch. I have not sat on the couch like after a game like that since the Celtics lost to the Lakers when Rondo made the buzzer beater. I remember I just sat there for like 20 minutes and I was like, I can't believe that just happened.
Yeah.
That's how I felt about this game. I can't believe that they won this game.
For
they
context,
did everything to lose this game.
Absolutely. And for the context, this is like, we're recording this like an hour and a half after the game.
Yeah.
And we're still here like, oh my God.
I can't believe this. Like, Tatum, 5 of 21, and they win. Mind you, Philly shot like 39 and 25. Like, that's their splits, or close to it.
Yeah, 36% from the field.
Yeah, even worse.
4% from deep, yeah.
They did make a lot of free throws.
Celtics
shot a higher percent from 3 than they did for the field. That's good. I can't believe I just watched that. I can't.
Yeah.
I thought this season was cooked. Yep. I wasn't shocked when they blew the lead. I was really mad that the betting app didn't let me have better odds when they were up 16 points because I would have put my whole account on there.
They turned the ball over 17 times in a do or die game. How many points did Philly score off those turnovers? Let me take a look real quick. Philadelphia off of Boston's 17 turnovers. The 76ers scored 18 points on 18 turnovers. Sorry. 18 of the Philadelphia's how many points? 86 points. Let me do some math. Let's see here. 21% of the 76ers points were because of Celtics turnovers. 21% of Philadelphia's points were directly related to Boston doing something stupid. 21%, 1/5, a fifth of their buckets were because the Celtics turned the ball over. Over a fifth. That's insane. And the Celtics won the game. Like,
you know why they won the game? It's because they played defense. That's why they won. It's almost like we know ball. Like, why'd they lose game 1, guys? Well, they didn't play defense. Jack, Sam, why'd they lose game 4? Because they couldn't get a stop down the stretch. Why'd they lose game 5? Because they just straight up didn't try. They came out today and they tried right away. They truly did. They started up 12 right away, 15-3.
They wanted,
and then they started screwing around
a little bit
in classic Celtics fashion.
Turnovers.
Philly, of course, winds up taking a lead, even though after Philly came back the first time, they did balloon it back up. Good on them. Then they go into the half, only up 7. I'm starting to. I hear the song in my head, "The Hall of the Mountain King." If you don't know, look it up. You'll know it when you hear it. I start to hear it, and then they, of course, go into the fourth quarter down 2. And the season is over.
Panic. Of course.
The season is over. Jack and I are learning Chinese
I do
after
know
the last pod. And then Tatum's like, I'm going to remember how to play basketball. Also,
that's what I said.
Almost 9 minutes in. Marcus Smart was the best player on the floor today.
So good. You're
22
so right.
points, 7 assists, 7 rebounds, plus 18. He has perhaps been their best player in this series.
Let me pull up the series stats, and you're totally right. It took us way too long to talk about Marcus Smart.
Yeah, Marcus Smart.
Oh my God,
he needs to be introduced to home games as the captain. This is not a new thing.
He
is a playoff performer.
Yes, and I will say, a part of it is the fact that he's getting open looks because they're covering Tatum and Brown so much, but he's still hitting the shots. Like, it's not like he's like.
There are other individuals that are not doing that. on both teams.
Exactly. Marcus Smart, one sec. Let me look at it in the perspective of the team. So far this series, through 6 games, Tatum is their leading scorer, which is crazy. 25 points a night, 11 rebounds, 5 assists on 42-32 splits. Not very good. And he's taking 8 threes a game, which is still a lot, but it's better than
4 of 11 tonight. Actually, not
better.
bad.
He shot better from 3 than the field. Jaylen Brown, 22.5 points, 56% from the field, 42% from deep, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. Only taking 15 shots a night though, and making the same amount of shots as Jayson Tatum. Maybe get him the ball more.
He
but then
took the 3rd most today.
Crazy. But then right there behind him, Malcolm Brogdon at 16-7. But right after that, 16.5 points for Marcus Smart, 44% from the field, 34% from deep, 4 rebounds, 5.2 assists, 0.8 steals. But more than anything, it's the eye test. Just every little hustle play, every little dive on the ground. And it's so cliche to say at this point when it comes to Marcus Smart, but sometimes it really does look like he's the only one trying out there. Like, genuinely, and in game 6, the Celtics keeping their season alive, 22 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals, 3 turnovers, which isn't ideal, but he had the ball a lot. 8 of 15 from the field, 3 of 8 from 3, 3 of 4 from the line, 2 offensive rebounds. Just an absolutely
and he was key in that big start they had. He made a couple threes to start the game.
Yes. He was amazing.
He looked confident. He hit Embiid with a nasty pass fake. He threw some lobs to Rob Williams, who, much like Smart, was impactful today. Almost had a double-double, 10 and 9. We said it's not a Rob series. Very well might be. But I did say, if he's going to be out there, he's going to be running, and he was doing that today. Especially early on. He was sprinting the floor, and this dude Embiid cannot keep up with him.
Yeah, and
they were talking a lot. It was almost like Scow was on the broadcast. They really wanted Embiid to be hurt.
They said it a lot, yeah.
Is he limping? He doesn't have the brace on. Oh, Embiid's slow to get up.
I will say, I'll be the first to admit, I was wrong about the Rob Williams start. Excuse me. I was not for the Rob start. I did not think it was a good idea. But they really employed we're just going to let PJ Tucker shoot a bunch of threes. And Doc Rivers even adjusted and put Niang out there. But at that point, it was, okay, Rob's going to sink in, and then Marcus Smart's going to hustle out to the three-point line to contest the 3. Like, this might have been one of Joe Mazzulla's best coached games of the season. Like, genuinely started, like, made a big change in starting lineup, and it worked out. Played it really well with Rob sucking in and taking the right, taking the right chances on defense. And damn well might have called his best time out of the season when Marcus Smart won that ball, and he called it real quick.
I was watching that. I was like, what is happening?
Yeah.
That wasn't even the biggest what is happening of the night. The
it was
biggest
when they
what
were
is happening is the thing when they were like, okay, now Maxey has to shoot these free throws 5 minutes after the play.
Yeah, that was so weird.
I was so confused because the Celtics had just lost a challenge. They lost the challenge. The ball hit Rob in the head.
Oh, yeah.
That was the one where Rob got absolutely murdered, and then they called it Celtics ball when it clearly wasn't.
Yeah.
Philly challenges, it wins the challenge, and all of a sudden Maxey's shooting free throws.
Yeah.
I was like, what happened? Did we skip? Like, because we're on a stream. I was like, did we skip? Did we miss a clear path? They really had some disastrous stretches today, the Celtics.
They did.
They won this game. Credit to them. They buckled down. Tatum buckled down. I'm not going to be fooled yet.
Marcus and Rob, though, I think were like the biggest factors for me.
Rob
I will
the impact right away. Philly couldn't shoot to start the game. They were 1 of 11 to start. It's exactly we were on the pregame, and I said I heard Joe Murray say it on the radio today. Old friend of the show. He was like, the key to bringing Rob in is not the offense, it's the defense. Set the tone early. Actually have your team lock in, and it worked. So he was right on the money, Joe Murray, today. Credit to him.
Huge.
98.5. Good for him. Good for him, man.
So
and Rob was great. Again, near double-double, 2 blocks.
Yeah.
He looked engaged. He looked comfortable.
His best game of the series.
Easily. Yeah, he's looked like he was like hurt or something.
Mm-hmm.
He still can't catch the ball that great.
That's what I was just gonna say.
Yeah.
He's really got to catch the ball.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
in fairness to Rob, he did make a couple really tough catches on some lobs. He had one
True.
lob in the first half that he must have been above the square.
and he was really good on the glass too. I'll give him that.
Yeah, 9 rebounds.
Like he came down with some tough ones. However,
Al,
I do
11.
need to talk. Big game from Al too. Great defense inside. I
Wow.
do need to talk about this. What?
1 of 5. Like, not the greatest game. Good defense.
The offense
though.
was good. Good defense. That's what I meant. I do need
Especially
to talk about
early.
This. A lot of people. I feel like this is like a battle that I'm fighting that nobody's fighting back at me, but I just need to fight anyways. Malcolm Brogdon made some shots. He turned it around, and I give him credit. Oh my God, is he like the most inconsistent player on the floor? It's either he is scorched earth and not going to miss a shot, nasty, or he's missing open layups and committing the most egregious, ridiculous turnovers
did both.
I've ever seen in my life.
He made 4 threes today, but he also turned the ball over 4 times.
That's what I'm saying. He's either going to be the best player on the court or the worst, and there's no in between. And
well, no, he gave you both.
Exactly.
Well, no,
He
you're
does it in
saying
shifts.
either or. It's both.
No, I'm saying either or in like stints. When he subs
Okay.
in, he's going to be one or the other until he comes off the court.
Yeah.
Like it's insane. Like
Especially early in this
watching-
game, he was very important, though.
I'm sorry.
When Philly started clawing back in the first quarter, he came in and made a couple big threes. So good job, Brogdon. This is why they gave up so much to get him here.
He's great, and you need him on this team because you need him as a ball handler. I'm not going to say you need him as a playmaker because he's not exactly great at keeping his head up sometimes. However, I'm sorry. I don't think I'm going to go through the effort, but like let me just look at this real quick because like you could put the clown music over some of these turnovers. Like it's so
I don't
egregious.
want to do tape.
No, we're doing tape. I need watch on YouTube. It'll be quick. But like some of these turnovers are absolutely insane. If my internet, please, the one time I would like to watch.
There was a turnover where Brogdon straight up what did he do? Was this no, that wasn't in transition today.
Oh my
he travels.
Yeah, this one. He just
travels
jumps and
in the
then
beginning of the
passes to
game.
nobody.
When Philly's kind of making the comeback, but the Celtics had a chance to curb it, and then he just
This is
blatantly
killing me.
travels.
This is terrible.
This one, I believe he tries to dump it down to Rob, and Rob's not really ready. But it's forced, and Embiid doesn't bite on Brogdon's drive, and it results in a turnover.
Wait a second. I'm pulling. I'm sorry. I know you don't like tape, but
I don't like the tape stuff.
It's baffling. Here we go. Here's the first one. Here's the travel. Watch on YouTube if you want.
Yeah, he just jumps, and now you get an ad, and you missed it.
Jumps, turns the ball over to nobody. What's this one?
He dumps it to
Malcolm
Rob,
Brogdon
who isn't ready.
Drives into nowhere, passes.
Yep.
I'm sorry. And like
Pass it to
this
3
could
blue
be a good
jerseys.
pass, but like there's no
If
chance
that's a
that's
lob.
getting through. There's no chance that's getting through. I'm sorry, Malcolm. What's this one? Because they were all terrible. Malcolm Brogdon starts driving in the middle of nowhere, just gets stripped by
Just
James
gets
Harden.
stripped, yeah.
Absolutely outstanding.
Another one here. Malcolm Brogdon gets the ball at the top of the key, drives, just throws it.
That was
down
bad.
Just
Yeah.
throws it to Embiid. So like Malcolm Brogdon, I'm so happy that he made all those shots because he had a fine game. If you're a box score guy, you look at Malcolm Brogdon and you see 16 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 6-11 from the field, 4-6 from 3. Great, phenomenal. Oh my God, that I want to rip my hair out and punch through the TV at every single one of those turnovers. Not to mention, he shot 2 of 5 from the field because he's incapable of making a layup. Just can't do it. He just can't. Anyways, I'm sorry. This concludes Jack's complaints about Malcolm Brogdon segment. I truly am grateful to have him on the team because this is exactly what you missed in the finals last year. You needed an extra shooter. You needed somebody else comfortable with the ball in their hands. And now you have Derek White with an extra year. Now you have Brogdon too. But like, I'm sorry. I just had to. But a quote just came out, Sam.
I think we were literally about to read the same quote. So go ahead.
Is it Jaylen Brown?
It is Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown. I'm reading it via J King, the Athletic. Shout out, friend.
I am reading it via Tim retweet.
All right. Well, I'm also reading via Tim retweet.
Perhaps the most fitting way to read this tweet. Tim hates the officials.
Jaylen. Oh, is yours an official tweet?
No. Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Jaylen Brown's just said the refs did a good job tonight
Not my tweet.
of
Different
avoiding rewarding some of the 76ers players who flop. And that's great. This is in quotes. And that's great because that's not basketball.
W Jaylen Brown.
W. Jaylen Brown.
I
The
will
hard
say,
flop at the end of the game was the most egregious thing I've ever seen.
yeah, when he tried to flop over Marcus's foot.
He's like by himself, and then he falls down and throws the ball halfway to the basket.
Well, did you see James Harden's response after the game?
No, what did he say?
Let me break out the quote because it's a long one.
You're right, Jack. This is one of the most least likable teams, the Sixers team.
I've told you. Now, I don't want to mess this
I
up.
like Embiid, but I really hate the way these guys play.
Absolutely. Kyle Neubeck, excuse me, of the Philly Voice. Question was asked to Harden. Is there any reason you think this has been such a seesaw series for you individually? Harden's response.
I don't get calls some games. That's what he
Tonight
says,
it was
right?
frustrating because I'm number one as far as fouls that don't get called. It's a fact.
Your ass.
So it's frustrating as a player when the officials tell you at halftime that, hey, we missed a couple of fouls. That right there was some missed shots and fouls, excuse me, which is getting me in a rhythm to transition points to Boston. A couple of them were shot clock. I'm not even going to look at my shooting percentage. I did a lot of really good things offensively. Defensively, we did a really good job. Their game plan was to pack the paint. Started two bigs and they packed the paint, so they forced us to make shots. It's not a hard game. I'm not going out there and farcing it. I think that meant to be forcing it. Maybe, I don't know. And obviously I want to score the basketball, but I'm a playmaker as well. I don't look too much at scoring. So Harden not happy with the officials.
You know who was really impactful tonight while shooting less free throws than Harden was Marcus Smart.
There you go. Oh, did you look at that? However, that was not my Jaylen Brown quote that I had. Via J. King. Sorry, I have something in my throat. Jaylen Brown. Energy in the Garden has been okay at best in the playoffs. He just called for Boston to bring it. I'm calling you guys out. Let's make sure the Garden is ready to go. When the Garden gets going, there's nothing like it. What do you think about that?
Well, Spider-Man meme to that one.
Let me first read this reply. It's from Pierre, who is Leg Go Celtics. I think it's 2 G's. His response: on one side, he's perfectly right. On the other side, the Garden is not really hard to motivate. They just have to do the effort plays, hustle, and move the ball, and they'll get them rocking.
Literally try.
Shout out, Pierre.
It's game 7. Please try. That's all I have to say is just please try. First half of the prediction is true. I said the Celtics would give us all some hope and win game 6, build us up. I sure hope I'm wrong. The second half is that they will do what they do best and disappoint in game 7. They've done the first part. They won. Not only did they win game 6, they did it in the most Celtics way ever by blowing a massive lead, scaring us all to death.
Yeah.
And then in the least Celtics way, winning a close game.
Winning a clutch game.
Yeah. So is this game 6 against Atlanta again where we're like, oh my God, these guys can win close games?
Hey, man.
Also, I would put money on Embiid being listed as questionable for Sunday.
Maybe. They are 4-4 in clutch games in the playoffs so far.
Well, it probably should be 8-0, and then you call it a day.
It's weird, though. I don't know how this works. Al Horford is 4-4. Jaylen Brown's 3-4.
I don't know.
I don't know how the stats work, but also, say, would you like to be completely confused and baffled?
Yeah, right.
Jayson Tatum in the clutch this postseason is shooting 62% from the field and 63% from 3.
Is that just for today?
That is the entire.
Sometimes NBA.com does that.
Nope. 8 games, 4-4. Those are his shooting splits.
Yeah, it's not true.
Hey,
That's not true. There's no way that's true.
I'm just telling you what I'm reading. He's shooting let me look at totals. He's shooting 8 for 13 and 5 of 8 in clutch.
I really don't think that's true.
I'm telling you.
Yeah. Well, whatever you're looking at, just stop looking at it because it's fake. I don't know how any of this. I mean, they tell us the stats say in the regular season they were in the clutch, but they weren't.
I'm just telling you what I'm reading, man.
The Celtics have a game 7 on Sunday, and I still don't really believe in them. But I don't think Philly fans believe in their team either. So
yeah,
everybody's just kind of sitting around and like hoping that this doesn't happen.
I will say, I was
we
driving
actually don't want to
home.
watch this game.
Maybe it's just rock, paper, scissors at center court for game 7.
Imagine if it was decided on just a coin flip. Like
Both
Tatum
cities
goes out
handshake.
there and Embiid are there, and they just have to watch this fucking coin flip,
Oh
and
my
the
God.
whole Garden crowd is just on edge.
They do a draft lottery instead for the game 7.
Draft lotteries.
No, but
I actually can't.
it
wait.
is. I'm kind of excited.
We
It's
can
gonna be
talk
fun.
about that in a little bit. Why not?
We can. We can talk about. I feel like we can talk about that like closer to when it happens.
Well, just briefly. Go on.
Maybe. Yeah. I was driving home because I watched the game with a friend in Brookline. I was driving home and I started like thinking about it. And I'm not saying I'm fully back, but I will say I do think you've used the term the Celtics are fake. And I don't blame you for using that term because they have been fake at times. However, I think we've been saying the wrong thing. And I think it's fine to say they're fake once they're out. However, until then, I think we have to go back to the Celtics just like making life as difficult as humanly possible.
The Celtics are still fake. I mean, this was a fake win.
No, but driving home, I really like started thinking, I'm like, they brought me back a little bit. I'm not fully back because I refuse to let them do that to me. But like I was thinking, I'm like, okay, because you saw the flashes of what this team can be. And that was hopeful, as dangerous as that word is.
I'm going to stand by them being fake, and I'll tell you why.
Sure.
Philly did everything to lose this game.
And you know what? That's because Philly's also fake.
Yeah, well, that's true. I mean, Philly scored 13 points in the fourth quarter. That's not great. If Philly plays anywhere remotely like not brain dead in the fourth quarter, then the Celtics probably lose this game. This game was, I mean, listen, don't get me wrong. Tatum went and took this game. Good for him. We need to see more of that from him. But Philly was really bad today. Again, 36% from the field, 23.5% from 3. And you almost lost this game. You were losing in the fourth quarter of this game. That's not very good. Philly went the last 7 minutes without a field goal.
And, I credit Boston for that. They played really good defense.
They did play good defense. But this is like people on Twitter, people on Reddit, this is like an all-time collapse for Philly at home.
Well, you know what? A part of me disagrees because I feel like
this is not my take. This is what people are saying.
I understand that. I think this game was extremely similar to game 2, but the Celtics just weren't good on offense.
I think this is a reverse game 4. Philly has a big lead. Celtics come back, look like they're ready to take it, and then they fail. Celtics have a big lead. Philly comes back, looks ready to close the series, fail.
I love the Wicked Smarts in the background. I don't know if you did that on purpose, but
yeah, I've had that there.
For how long? Sorry, you cut out for
like
just
a month.
second. Amazing. No, yeah, I mean, as much as I agree with that, the reason I look at it as game 2 is like it was like half of game 2. Like the defense was almost identical because I think Philly scored like the same amount of points in game 2, like 87, right? And it was 86 against Knight.
Yeah, yeah, good call.
It's just the offense, right? Like 1 sec. Let me pull up the splits for game 2 because now I'm curious to see if I'm talking.
Well, no, you are right. Like Philly, well, you can look at this percentages.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Because like,
you want me to pull it up? It's right here.
No, I have it. Let's see. Game 2. So game 6, they shot. Hold on, I was looking at the fourth quarter. Philly shot 30 of 83 from the field. In game 2, they shot. God, I hate using my second monitor.
Man, I could have had this already.
I have it now. Give me a second. Well, come on.
Do you have it or give you a second?
I have it. They had 30 of 83 versus 31 of 79. Very similar. And then
Philly
from 3,
yeah, very similar.
8 of 34 in game 6, 6 of 30 in game 2. Meanwhile, the Celtics, I mean, the obvious difference, 43 of 92, 20 of 51 versus 33 of 78, 15 of 35. This might have been the first game of the series where the team who took more shots lost.
Celtics dominated the glass.
Did they? They did. You're so right. 50 rebounds for the Celtics, 38 for Philadelphia. Credit Rob, credit Al, credit Tatum. Everybody got in the glass.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I wasn't thrilled when Philly got some key offensive rebounds to keep them in this game. But seriously, they did a good job.
That Marcus Smart rebound might have been the best one, where Tatum tipped it all the way up and Smart saved it in bounds.
Yeah.
Every single player who touched the floor for the Celtics, outside of Derek White, who only had 2 rebounds because he only played 19 minutes, everyone else had 6 or more rebounds. That's huge.
Derek White, who wasn't bad. He made
wasn't
some really
bad.
big threes. In the fourth quarter, I'm pretty sure he made like 2 big threes.
Really?
At least in the second half, he did. He made 3 in the game, but I'm pretty sure he made 2 big ones. I can't hear you.
Third. Why?
Oh, you're back. You're back.
Oh, okay. That was weird. Sorry. 1-3 was in the first, one was in the second, one was in the third. But they were timely. They were timely. But yeah, man. I don't know. I'm feeling okay.
I can't wait for Nike to make them wear some stupid jersey on Sunday.
Oh, is it not out yet?
It's not out.
Oh man.
I was wrong. I don't know. I was right. I thought they would win this game and then build us all up and then kill us. But before the game, I was not entertaining that they would win this game. I wasn't.
I wasn't convinced.
I didn't want to get my hopes up. I still don't want to get my hopes up. I don't trust them as far as I can throw.
And in your defense, I mean, they've made it impossible to trust.
They've given you every reason not to believe in them. And they did try real hard to lose today.
Agree.
This is equivalent to game 1 or game 4. When I said last pod that the Celtics should have swept this series, Phillies should have won the series today.
Yeah,
they didn't do it.
Yep. And so now anything can happen. Genuinely.
Will Grant play in game 7?
And you know what? I don't think so. I think they stick with 7. But you know what, Sam? We gotta wait. We gotta wait for it.
Yep. Wait till Sunday. Just sit here.
Oh,
Give more people time to listen to this, which they won't.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna listen to this
because they won.
Yeah,
there you go.
Everybody wanted to listen to the last one, which was a good show. I was prepared. I knew people were gonna listen to the last one. I came ready.
I enjoyed the bag. I enjoyed
it's right
the bit.
there.
Shout out. I'm glad you're not wearing it right now. Would you be wearing it right now if they lost?
No. Can't be the
Just
dead horse.
One-time bit. Fair enough.
No. Had they lost, I would have been like, I told you. I didn't believe in them today.
Of course.
I almost wore the bag because they won, actually. Because I was so wrong.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, I was going to do a new bag and put in quotes like Tatum sucks or whatever on the front of the bag.
Well, in your defense, you were 75% correct. Or
Dude,
90%.
I was so mean to Tatum on Twitter. I said Tatum and Deuce have their vacation to Disney booked already. I said, let's see. I'll go through them. I
love the Ben Simmons. That was my favorite.
Yeah, I tweeted a picture of Jayson Tatum and Ben Simmons, and I said twins with a question mark. Then I said, let's see. I tweeted the picture of him in the super cool Kobe trophy.
Yeah,
that he won at the All-Star game.
Good.
Yeah, I said, are we sure Tatum's first team All-NBA?
Yep.
I mean, if Tatum gives them anything on offense, is a 20-plus lead.
And you know what? He ended up giving them something. So
Grandy tweeted out Tatum has missed his last 19 first-quarter shots. And then I tweeted a picture myself, and I said Tatum tonight. When's
the last time Tatum made a fourth-quarter shot? Or first quarter shot? That's what I meant.
Game 3, right? Oh, no, he made one in... Did he make one in game 4?
All right. Time for Jack to hit the stats again. Sam's
pull it up.
His hair out. Let's see.
Time for Jack to fumble through NBA.com.
All right. I'm just gonna open.
In fairness to you, NBA.com is not the easiest to navigate.
It's not at all. All right. I'm gonna start in game 3 and open all the box scores until tonight.
I'm pretty sure it was game 4. Because they said he was like one of something.
Game 3, first quarter. I hate that it takes me to the summer.
No, it was game 4. He made his last shot. It was a layup in the first half.
Yeah, he was hot in game 3.
Game 3 was the last first quarter one. The first half, he made a layup to end the half. And then he proceeded to make field goals in the first half of 5 or 6.
Yep, the last time Jayson Tatum made a shot in the first quarter was game 3 when he shot 4 of 8 and had 10 points. Since then, he's gone. What is that? 0 for 5, 0 for 5, and then in Game 6 he shot. Let's take a look. 0 for 5. So 0 for 15 in the first quarter. Since that point, not exactly what you'd like to see. Let me take a look at the first half though, because that does have me curious too. So first half, 1 for 9, game 3. First half in game.
Wait, he was 1 of 9 in game 3?
Sorry. Game 4. Game 4.
Oh.
1 of 9, game 4. In game 5, he was 3 of 11. 3 of 11.
Oh, that's
And
big half.
Progress, and then 0 for 10 in game
Yeah.
6. So wait, what is that? What's that math? That's
What is he? 3 of 11
19.
and 3 of 21, 1 of 9. So that's literally 4 for 30. That's not good.
4 for 30.
I
in the
might
first
be able to
half.
get you 4 of 30.
That's crazy.
I might be able to.
That's insane. But hey, you won him game 6. Or you know what? This was not the 46-point Jayson Tatum game I was hoping for, but he won them game 6. And
If
you know
he shows
what?
up in game 7, you can buy the shoes.
If he shows up in game 7, I will forgive him for the whole series.
Maybe I'll buy a pair of shoes.
I'll do that.
Ever since he came out with those shoes, he's been terrible.
If Jayson Tatum drops 40 in game 7, I will buy the shoes. Thoughts?
Okay. Yeah, I'll match.
Okay.
This is the Frank home run.
Yeah.
If you don't know, Jack and I play co-op MLB The Show with our friend Frank. And Frank is improving, but Frank is not very good. So what Jack and I do, we say, Frank, if you hit a home run right here, $50. And then one of us will be like, I'll match. And then Frank proceeds to have his brain melt because he really wants to hit a home run. So he's swinging at things at his knees. I mean, not his knees, in the dirt.
Oh man, my mental health is so much better that they managed to win.
Dude, they haven't done anything yet.
I know, but if they had lost, I would have been so sad.
We could be sitting here on Sunday afternoon wanting to like jump out the window.
Hey, they gave me 4 more days. 3 more days. Whatever.
There's literally
Hey,
way of us knowing anything that they're going to do on Sunday.
Hey, let me enjoy it.
I can't rely on these guys to come out and try on Sunday. Are you kidding me?
That's fine.
Sunday's going to be terrible. I'm not going to be able to get through my run on Sunday. I'm going to be so anxious.
Oh, man. I mean,
by the way, I'm back 6 miles today. Don't worry.
Knee back. Love that. Me too.
Yeah. You said you too.
Yeah.
Get out
Imagine.
there. Start.
Let me ask you this: would you rather be a Celtics fan right now, or would you rather be a Suns fan right now? Because
I'd rather be Celtics. The Suns are having deja vu to last year. So the Celtics fans, to be fair,
the Suns are getting absolutely packed up. It is 89-64 right now.
Yeah, it's bad.
91-64 right now. They are getting absolutely dominated.
Do you know why they're losing?
By the Nuggets. Like, do you know why? Or are you asking me?
Yeah, because Phoenix is wearing not white jerseys at home.
There you go.
Shame.
You want to know why else? Sam, the Suns
Booker
are shooting
down to earth.
The Suns are shooting 44% from the field and 47% from 3.
What have they taken? Like 2 threes?
They've taken more threes than the Nuggets.
Oh, and they're still.
You want to know why? Aaron Gordon is shooting.
Shoot more threes.
Nikola Jokic, 12 of 14 from the field, 24 points. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, 21 points, 7 of 9, 2 of 3. Jamal Murray, 18 points, 5 of 12, 2
Dude,
of 5.
I'd be so mad if Kentavious Caldwell-Pope was lighting my team. By the way, my mom met his father.
I think you told me that. Yeah.
Yeah. His dad works for Delta, and my mom was at some company event, and he was like, my son plays in the NBA.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
And your mom was like, yeah, my son likes the NBA.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Oh man. Let's finish a look around.
He just talks about the Celtics, and he's like, they should send Tatum to China, and then Tatum makes 4 fourth quarter threes.
Yes, he did. Let's finish a look around the league. Then we can call it. Nikola Jokic is a plus 29, by the way, tonight. Excuse me.
It better beat the Lakers.
Lakers, Warriors. Warriors stayed alive. 3-2 series heading back to LA.
Yep.
I don't think the Warriors win in LA.
Lakers, Warriors, perhaps one of the funniest storylines in the league. So both teams have now complained about the officiating. In the regular season, the Lakers shot more free throws than any other team in the league. The Warriors shot the least. In this playoff series, the numbers have reflected that. And the Warriors are like, what the hell? we don't get any calls, which is natural. It is natural, even if it's like
Sure.
point to it.
Yeah,
It's
of
like,
course.
what are we doing here? Steve Kerr has accused the Lakers of flopping. Dennis Schroeder's come out and kind of admitted it. He said on that kid's stream, he was like, "Yeah, when you get hit, you have to like show them, or they're not
Well,
going to."
I will say, I remember last year in the playoffs, the refs literally told the Celtics, "We're not calling it unless you fall down." So, like, what NBA? What do you want? Do you remember that though?
I do remember something.
It was
of
when
that,
they were
yeah.
playing the Bucks, and Giannis was like charging into everybody.
Oh,
They were like,
that's
"We're not
right.
calling unless you fall." And so, like, as much as I hate the flopping, what the hell do you want them to do, right?
But
like,
then
of course they're gonna do it.
LeBron came out
Yes.
and he said, "We don't do that here. We do not teach flopping. This is not a flopping team. I have never been on a flopping team."
Whoa.
LeBron kind of invented flopping, yes? He was kind of the first to do it. Like when flopping really hit its stride, it was always like LeBron doing it.
I would
if I remember right.
I would low-key say Harden initiated it. Like Harden really made it famous, in my opinion. On the Rockets, those Rockets years where he would just, you know what I'm saying? I mean, he literally flopped so hard once he got mad and threw the ball on the floor and hit him in the face afterwards.
Yep,
like
that was a good
you know
one.
what I'm saying?
Yep,
like
Josh Hart reacts.
And I'm not saying LeBron's innocent of it, but like I feel like maybe he was the first one to do it, and Harden was like, you know what, I can perfect that. Chris Paul also elite flopper. Give him the flowers as well. But yeah, sorry, continue.
Okay, so now LeBron has come back at Steve Kerr. Darvin Ham, before Game 5, he says, in response to Kerr, "I just control what I can control, which means coaching my team. I don't go down the rabbit hole of blaming officials. The fellas go out there, they lose by a lot." And then Darvin Ham says, "We played the same way we always play. I don't know what's a foul anymore. We play a physical game of basketball. We don't teach flopping. We don't teach head snaps. You see Braun, he's got 1,000 scratches on his arm. Same with AD. Same with Austin Reeves." Well, I almost called Austin Rivers. "Same with Lonnie Walker. It's unfortunate that it comes to that, but we haven't done it all year. We're not going to start now looking for a third party to help us. We're just going to coach our team. We're just going to play the way that we play, a physical, forceful brand of basketball, and let the chips fall where they may." So he complained about the refs.
Yep.
And then didn't complain about the refs. I don't really know if he knows what's going on, which is a staple of LeBron's coaches, by the way.
Sure.
Because Ty Lue, before he went to the Clippers, was just kind of famous for standing there with his mouth open.
I will say, I think Ty Lue gets a bad rep because I think that's just kind of what was asked of him.
He does.
And also at the same time, I agree with you. And I do think it's kind of hilarious how they're just like contradicting themselves. You do have to back your team. Like you just got to kind of like, that's just something a coach has to do. But it is very funny that this is how the series has played out with both coaches.
They're just whining,
complaining in the way that they do. And I respect both coaches, right? Like Steve Kerr, good coach, Darvin Ham proving to be a good coach. But it is funny to watch them do that.
And then also storyline, Warriors fans latching on to the video of the dog hitting the basketball into the little buckets.
Love the dog. I like the dog.
The dog has gotten every game in that series correct, and the dog had the Lakers blowing a 3-1 lead.
I respect the corgi.
Hall of the Mountain King intensifies.
Especially with Anthony Davis getting...
He's fine. Anthony Davis, by the way, he had Twitter saying like thoughts and prayers to him, and he's going to play.
Yeah. I will say...
Like, I wasn't watching this game. I was getting Twitter notifications, and you would have thought this guy died.
I will say, I do think it's funny that last series, the Warriors bitched and moaned about Domantas Sabonis throwing elbows around, and Kevin Looney has like elbowed 3 different Lakers players in the head this year.
Dude, I'm telling you, Draymond should just stomp AD. Because, listen, if Draymond stomps AD, it's going to be like when Thanos snapped people. Like, it's the same thing. That dude is like made of glass. Like,
Draymond would probably, you know what?
Sabonis
You're kind of right.
But Anthony Davis, he's out for maybe 2 years.
If Draymond stomps AD, he probably gets suspended maybe 2-3 games this time, right?
Respectable though.
Yeah, but
worth it.
The Warriors probably win the series at that point, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what?
Who would you rather?
You know what? Let me big brain. I'm gonna one up you here, Sam, and you're gonna think I'm a genius in a second. Have Jordan Poole do it. He's not doing shit anyway.
Yeah, actually, you're right.
You know,
Jordan Poole redemption. He's looked like a bitch for what? Not that I would take a punch better than him. He's looked like a bitch for what, 6, 7, 8 months now after getting knocked out on camera. He could redeem himself, look super tough guy,
and he's not doing
stomp
much anyways.
AD, shatter his sternum into a million pieces because it's probably really fragile like the rest of them, and then the Warriors would lose a player that's useless because he's just out there running. He didn't even score in Game 4. He got 10 minutes of cardio in, and that was the end for him.
This is terrible.
And all the people on Reddit for the Warriors are real mad because there were hot chicks in the crowd. And I guess Jordan Poole is supposed to play good when hot chicks are there, and he played bad.
Nick stayed alive. Shout out Andrew is what I said. Thank you for your viewership. Here are your 3 minutes of fame you're going to get for the episode. Played well. I mean, Jaylen Brunson, Quentin Grimes played all 48 minutes. I know you are. I'm a fan of Jaylen Brunson, though, so I'm not heated. I'm fine with it. And you know what, Sam? This is where we can insert it. Let's hope for a Game 7. Right? Because I don't care if it's not the Celtics series. You don't want Game 7?
No, I'd like the Heat to win.
Why?
Because I really, really hate Knicks fans.
Yeah,
but they have a championship parade every time they win a game.
Yeah, but I would really, really rather play the Knicks.
I don't know. Jimmy Butler is banged up.
I don't care. Let me put it this way, Sam. Would you rather play a banged up Jimmy Butler or Julius Randle in a playoff series?
Of course you'd rather play Julius Randle. That's a net negative. But if I had to pick, like, hypothetically, if the Celtics were to lose, which at this point you can't rely on them not to lose, I would rather lose to Miami. That's what I think of. If the Celtics lost to the Knicks, I would be broken.
See, I think of no, I don't care. I don't care. I just don't think I share the same.
Jimmy Butler is the most respectable player out of both those teams to lose to.
I understand that. I just don't think I share the same hatred for the Knicks that you do. So my desire for the Celtics to get an
and I've been trashing them all year.
But credit for them for extending the series. We'll see if they can do it again in Miami. I would say, Miami's at home, they'll get it done, but whatever the hell you call the arena, not very popping.
Are we allowed to talk as Celtics fans? Miami has not lost a home game yet. The Celtics are just welcoming people into their home.
You know what?
As if they're like hosting a holiday party.
Yeah, apologies, Miami. Sorry about that.
Miami is 4-0.
We'll bring it back if they lose.
Whatever the hell it is.
What is Kaseya?
I don't know.
Kaseya.
Am I right, fellas?
Software company. It's a software company. But yeah, I think that can be about it. We can call it there. We appreciate you guys.
Draft lottery next week.
Yes, the lottery. I am excited.
Which team would you most like to see the? Let's speak English. Which team would you most like to see win the lottery?
Oh man,
and why?
Oh, that's a really good question.
I have my answer. Would you like me to go first?
San Antonio.
Okay, why?
I would love to see the Spurs win because I think they have the best system and the best coaching and the best team in place to support Wembanyama in the sense that you talk about Duncan going to pop, him building up an elite big man. I really think he could do it again. I really think, you talk about Trey Jones, Keldon Johnson, Devin Vassell, like they have quality players. They just need somebody to lead the way. I just think it would make sense to see another.
They have another big guy too. What's his last name? I don't know how to say it. He had like the hair that was different colors. Number 10.
Oh, Jeremy Sohan. Yes.
Yeah.
Very cool. Love Jeremy Sohan too. He's going to be good. Yeah. I like the Spurs. I love Jeremy Sohan coming in the draft. I just think it'd be a cool fit. What's you? What say you?
I'd like to see Portland.
That was my other one.
Pick. Yeah.
That'd be very cool.
I think it would be nice. It would be free help for Damian Lillard.
Now, let me ask you this. If they get the number 1 pick, do they A, keep it? Do they B, trade it for arguably the biggest package you will ever get for number 1 pick to get Dame help? Or C, do they trade Dame And
I
at
don't think
that
they trade
point,
Dame. That one makes
but
the least sense unless you
I
really don't
disagree.
want to pay him $60 million.
Which, I mean, you probably shouldn't.
Maybe
And
you
at
could
that
put
point,
together a better team without Dame and use that money somewhere else.
exactly.
Because
And
you have other young pieces.
but Sam, at that point, you run the risk of Dame getting traded to the East potentially, which I know you would not like.
And that sounds like it's going to be Brooklyn.
Maybe
That's what all the streets are saying. If
you know
I
what we
had to
can
pick
do,
a
though?
team not Portland to win, this is weird because I hate this. I'd like Detroit to get the number 1 pick.
Yeah,
I
why
like
not?
Detroit.
You know what we're gonna do? One
I
time
like
for the one time.
Peyton.
Peyton's elite. One time for the one time, Sam. You ready?
All right.
We're gonna do one sim. Who gets the pick? Oh,
This is maybe the worst case.
for those listening, Dallas
This is
just
a
got the number 1
catastrophe.
pick. You know what? I changed my mind. Do you know who I want to get the number 1 pick? I want Indiana to get the number 1 pick.
I don't. Nope. Definitely don't.
Why? Because Eastern Conference.
The Eastern Conference. Nope.
Fine.
Don't need that.
I just like Tyrese Halliburton. Dallas, Portland, Orlando is this draft lottery.
How funny would it be if he went to like Utah?
Oh my god,
Adam
They'd
Silver,
probably
head in
be-
hands.
it'd probably be pretty good, low
Who
key.
gives a shit about Utah though? That's the thing. Like Adam Silver, there's probably a fair amount riding on this lottery because not only is this a generational talent from everything that's being said, you know, he could break his foot. He's 7 foot, whatever. That happens to these guys.
Yeah,
But I mean, this is a big international player too. You're going to have a draw of people from all around the world that want to watch this guy.
you know what? It's kind of a disaster regardless. There are 0 big market teams in the lottery. Dallas is the biggest market in the lottery.
Dallas would be one. San Antonio is
who
one
else?
just because the franchise itself is respected.
And then
Who
after
else is
that,
there? You've got Detroit's
Toronto?
a small market, but they have some history. You've
Toronto,
got Toronto's there.
New Orleans.
Toronto would be maybe a good one for the league.
Let me read you the teams currently in the lottery, Sam.
Okay.
Detroit, Houston, San Antonio, Charlotte, Portland, Orlando, Indiana, Washington, Utah, Dallas. Would be Chicago, which is cool, but they owe their pick to Orlando because they're idiots. OKC, Toronto, New Orleans.
I think you
0
would like
big
Houston
markets.
too.
Unless
I
they
like
get
Houston, man. Houston's a lot of fun. I wrote about
You know
Houston
what?
a couple weeks ago with Heavy. And I put them as a Draymond. Well, I didn't put them. They were listed as a Draymond landing spot if he was to get signed and traded or just leave.
Big brain, Sam.
And then you want Harden to go there. Right?
Houston gets the number 1
Yeah.
pick. Harden gets drawn there. See you later.
Yeah,
I'm
that'd
with
be
you.
cool.
I'm with you. You know what? I back it. All right. We should do a tankathon sim for every podcast, which is only going to be a few from now until the draft lottery, which
I
again,
sure
is
hope
probably
there's
like
just
2.
more.
but-
I sure hope we're not done on Sunday. These have been a lot of fun after the game. They've been
I
doing
agree.
really well.
All right. Well, we can wrap there. We did our look around the league. We did our tankathon sim, which is fun. I do enjoy. We can wrap there. Like we said at the beginning, subscribe to the channel. We've had really good growth over the last few days. Let me take a look here. We were at like it feels
we were Mr. 305 at the beginning,
while.
and then we had
We're
the
at-
Hawks one go, and then we had Game 5 go.
We're
Now we're at almost
349.
350.
349 right now. We've gained 46 subscribers in the last 28 days. Last 28 days, 5.7 thousand views, 967,000 hours of
You
watch
guys rule.
time. Excuse me, 967 hours of watch time. Jack can't talk. What's new? But we appreciate y'all very, very much. Thank you for tuning in to these. Thank you for tuning in to pregame shows.
These are fun.
Go follow us on socials. Maybe we'll bring that to short somewhat regularly. I can't promise it, but I'll try my best.
It's work.
But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. And as usual, I'll let Sam wrap us up.
All right. Thank you very much for listening or watching. If you're watching or on the YouTube, how about them Celtics? Subscribe, like we already told you. Hit the little notification bell so you don't miss new ones or live streams that happen before every game, half hour. Or the occasional random live stream that we were doing. But in the playoffs, it's tough because we're recording a lot. So there's really
we're doing too many pods. Too many.
Not too many. Good amount. People like it.
Yes.
On top of that, you can follow us on social at How About Them C's. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook is just the name of the podcast. The live streams are there as well. If you want to go to any Celtics game, perhaps Game 7, I wouldn't do that to yourself. Don't trust them. But you can use SeatGeek, promo code HBTC. Save yourself $20 on your first purchase. You can follow Jack on Twitter at JacksmanNBA. I'm sure he's going to have something on Game 6 for Celtics blog. It'll be there. If not, then I just threw him under the bus and he's just not going to have anything for you. If you want to follow me, it's at Sam LaFrance NBA. You can see me say really mean things about Jayson Tatum and then look real dumb. That's it for us. Bye.
Taco, come on.
Taco's having some fun here.
That is bogus. These guys are ridiculous.